And there will be no more unga subsidies for Kenyans. President WIlliam Ruto says his government will not subsidize consumables and will instead focus on production, which will lead to stabilization in prices. The president saying plans for agriculture, housing and healthcare would be revealed in detail. The head of state was speaking to the Kenya Kwanza Parliamentary group, which has retreated to Naivasha to strategize on House leadership positions in the National Assembly and the Senate.
In Naivasha for the first parliamentary group meeting since his swearing in as president, William Ruto told the assembled leaders that his government will not carry on with subsidization of basic commodities such as food. His statement indicating a shift in policy from what the Uhuru administration had tried to do in his last days in office through the subsidized maize meal.
We are not going to be subsidizing consumption. That is why we are going slow on matters to do with subsidizing consumption. We are going to work and support producers.
The head of state, who on the day of his inauguration announced that the government had produced 1.4 million bags of fertilizer, which would sell at 3,500 shillings, adding that focus would remain on production.
The unga subsidy that was done, I was being briefed by the Ministry of Agriculture. The unga subsidy, for 1 month, the taxpayer was asked to give 7 billion for 1 month. Ile unga ya 100, which was nowhere in the first place. Very few people got to ever, yet we spend 7 billion shillings. If we had spent 7 billion shillings in fertilizer, it would be a very different ballgame.
The president saying that there were plans to seek food security in the country.
What has to do with public wastage in public resources should be dealt with firmly, decisively, and in a timely manner. We expect that the fight against corruption will be scaled up. We expect that our insecure areas, cattle rustling, conflict amongst communities, will be dealt with firmly and decisively.
The head of state saying that his government's focus was also on reducing the price of healthcare in the country to affordable levels for the masses. Saturday will be the climax of the 2-day Kenya Kwanza Parliamentary Group meeting, with the leadership of this particular political outfit expected to outline the agenda of business in both houses of parliament to all the leaders who gathered at this particular venue. Seth Olale, Citizen TV, Naivasha.